Good afternoon. I'm going to talk loud to make sure that everyone can hear us in the back. My name is Kimberly Visor Tolbert. I serve as one of our deputy city managers for the city of Dallas. I want to take this opportunity to thank Daniel Roby. Daniel is the Chief Executive Officer of the Austin Street Center. Also want to thank our General Manager of Fair Park, Ms. Stacy Church, for being here today. This is our 4th year of working with our local providers and our sister departments to provide shelter for our most vulnerable residents to come out of the cold into a warm place. On average, our multi-day shelter event like the one that you see today will serve anywhere from 800 to over 1,200 individuals, connecting many of these individuals to long-term services while they are here in this facility. Over the past 4 years, this effort has been one of comprehensive collaboration. It has allowed for us to give an estimated over 10,000 Dallas homeless neighbors services. We would like to express our gratitude today to the various city departments who come together collectively to make this effort work. Many of these individuals continue to assist us outside of our inclement shelter weathering event. I want to thank our Dallas Fire and Rescue Department, the Office of Emergency Management, the Dallas Police Department, and our city security. We would also like to thank all of our external partners, such as the Austin Street Center, Fair Park, and the support of Housing Forward, who all come together to play a vital role in how we're able to collect data that is needed across the entire continuum of care. We're very thankful for all of the partners, again, who come out and make this effort possible, working behind the scenes, bringing volunteers to support the effort. Our appreciation is one of continuation with the many volunteers and the various donors who continue to carry out and support the city and so many others in this critical work. So you're going to hear today from Christine Crossley. She'll follow me. Christine is the director of the Office of Homeless Solutions, and you will also have an opportunity to hear from Mr. Roby. We will then take your questions and continue the work to make the setup happen for our homeless guests. At this time, Christine.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks again to Deputy City Manager Visor Tolbert, to Fair Park First, and Austin Street Center led by CEO Daniel Roby. The Fair Park Grand Place building at 3701 Grand Avenue, Dallas, Texas 75210 will be activated at 3 p.m. today and will be the only location activated until further space needs are indicated, at which point Austin Street will work with Fair Park. Throughout the weekend and this entire week, we will continue with activation in accordance with Chapter 45 of the City Code, sending out press release indications every morning to tell you which days we are open in accordance with those triggers. Please visit DallasHomelessSolutions.com for detailed information. Intake hours will be from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. today, then 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily thereafter until the inclement weather comes to an end. For guests with mobility issues, the Dallas Connector, run by Austin Street, and other vans and buses cooperating with Inclement Weather Shelter will start running now 1 p.m. through 10 p.m. tonight. Shuttle hours will continue tomorrow 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday, January 13th. Sunday service will be 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. January 14th. On the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday, shuttles will run from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday, January 15th, service will continue 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. next week, from Tuesday, January 16th and beyond as needed. Shuttles are circulating in 3 zones, and to tell you more about the zones in which they are circling and other items, we're going to transition over to our CEO of Austin Street, Daniel Roby, who we are very proud to have as the City of Dallas's external partner running the shelter. Daniel?
Thank you, Christine. Thank you very much, Christine and Kim, and thank you to the City of Dallas for being such a phenomenal partner. You know, what most people don't know is that there are very few cities that have as an organized a plan that's as thought through with as many different partners, both internal with the city and external, that we have here in the City of Dallas. So we have a great resource in working together. You know, a lot of what happens in homelessness, people, would talk about the challenges that we face and the things that are not working. This is a great example of something that is working. It's efficient, it's effective. We get people out of the cold, and every single year when we work together, we save lives. You know, people who are homeless disproportionately face comorbidities, all kinds of health concerns. There's a risk of hypothermia, and frankly, there's a risk of death. And so our work together saves lives, and we're grateful to be able to do that with the city. A few details we want to mention in terms of transportation. Transportation will be going kind of throughout the evening until about 10 p.m. every night, and that is a collective effort between multiple different agencies. I would like to refer people to making sure that they utilize 311 for notifications of where people may be homeless, either the 311 app or calling 311. And this is a way for us to collect all the information to make sure we get people to where they need to go, namely to come here, to Fair Park, and to any additional shelters that we open up as we expand our services based upon the identified need. As individuals find themselves in various locations, we'll make sure that there's both shuttle buses as well as individual van pickups that happen kind of throughout the city. I think what I really want to share most of all is just a thank you to all the partners and to the Office of Homeless Solutions, and also to make sure that we reference all of the important survival kits and cold weather packs that are going to be available at various recreational centers across the city. Some will be closed on Sunday and Monday for Martin Luther King holiday, but most of those rec centers are open today until 7 p.m. and tomorrow from 9 to 2, and on Saturday they will close down and reopen on Tuesday, January the 16th, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So, I mean, with that, and our gratitude, I guess we would open up for any questions. Okay, yeah, one more thing.
Yes. I want to thank Christine and Daniel for the information that they have shared. I want to take a personal privilege to acknowledge behind us, you see these wonderful boxes that are full of coats that are going to be given to our homeless guests. We want to make absolutely sure that when they come to the shelter, that when they leave, they have essential items that keep them warm. And so I want to thank our volunteer corps that's led by Gloria Sandoval in the Office of Homeless Solutions. This is a result of a recent coat drive that was coordinated through the Office of Homeless Solutions. And we want to make absolutely sure that if individuals want to participate by donating items, that there's a place for you to be able to do that. Christine provided the website, theofficeofhomelesssolutions.com, and you can find all of the ways that you can not only donate items, but be able to give responsibly. So at this time, we would like to entertain questions that you might have. Thank you very much.
Can you talk about the intake process, how that's going to work for folks this time around? And is this going to be, for men, women, families as well? How's that going to work?
Thank you. Great question on our intake process and kind of how we're doing that. Intake will begin today at 3 p.m. And as people, we'll have wayfinding signage kind of throughout, Fair Park campus, directing people to this building, Grand Place. As people enter into the building, they will go through a security process to make sure that they don't have anything with them that would make them or somebody else unsafe. And then, upon arrival, they'll go through a homeless management information system, HMIS intake process, which includes all the demographic information that you typically require, for that documentation. That is, reported up to various different agencies, and Austin Street will be the one both collecting and then reporting out on all that demographic information. So it will be for single adults. So we are not designing the shelter in terms of a family shelter. We do have strong partners. We're not going to turn anybody away, so we'll make sure that anybody who shows up at the shelter has the appropriate place to sleep that evening. If not here on our campus, then elsewhere with our partners like Family Gateway, that is, very experienced in working with families, especially with young children.
Other question I had was in terms of, we see a lot going on. You talked about the codes, which is a great thing, obviously. I'm sure they're going to have meals, things like that. Can you kind of talk about what folks can expect once they're here, and if they're here for kind of a few days maybe? Sure.
So, we are going to have at least 2 warm meals, and we'll have 3 full meals, for everyone who comes in. They'll have access to that. There's a process by which we, make sure that people, get access to the food that they need. We're pursuing, healthy options, make sure people have adequate protein and vegetables and all that kind of stuff. And so that's, that'll be a part of our daily routine. It's really, having shelter is enormously important. And having food is enormously important. But it's also important that people have hope that something different is possible. And so all these basic needs and basic services are really a platform to be able to share a little bit of hope that homelessness doesn't have to continue, right? It can be rare, brief, and non-reoccurring. And so in our efforts to do that, as we collect demographic information when people arrive, that system also allows us to follow up with people to make sure that we get them on a journey to their own place. So I just want to make mention of that. I also forgot to mention we will have a space available for pets, so no one's going to be turned away, based upon animals that they may have, in a tent encampment or similar location with them. So we've got accommodations for that as well.
Are there opportunities to volunteer or make donations?
Yes.
I'd actually like to introduce our Volunteer Services Coordinator and Division Manager, Gloria Sandoval, to answer that question. Gloria?
Thank you, Christine. If you hold on 1 second. It's missing here, so I'll just tell you what we have about volunteer opportunities and donation opportunities. As Deputy City Manager Tolbert mentioned a minute ago, all these coats that are behind you were collected as part of our kickoff of the Office of Homeless Solutions Friends Group, which was founded in December of 2023. We're going to have these and many more coats available. However, here at the shelter, what we're asking for is for individuals that are interested in volunteering need to go to our Collins website. In the press release, there's a link for adults to register to become a volunteer. Once you register to become a volunteer, you then go to a second link to sign up for shifts. Those shifts are now open and available. There's tons of opportunities available as the shelter is open 24/7. For individuals who don't have time to volunteer, we do have donation opportunities. We ask that people we have another list of many items, but the main things that are needed are additional coats, adult-sized, new and gently used coats for males and females, bottled water, and blankets. Those donations should be taken directly to our calling located at 1702 South Cesar Chavez Boulevard in Dallas, zip 75215. They'll accept the donations today between the hours of 8 and 4, and we'll continue to accept donations Saturday and Sunday, and as long as we're activated for inclement weather sheltering. If people then also maybe want to donate some money to help support the temporary inclement weather shelter activities, they can donate directly in denominations as small as $5. Every dollar counts. And they can direct those donations to the Office of Homeless Solutions Fund at the Communities Foundation of Texas. This is just one of the volunteer opportunities available for Friends Group members. We're asking our members and new members to come and either donate or give their time, but we have other activities scheduled for the rest of the year through April of 2024. If you have any questions, I'm available to answer about donations and volunteer opportunities.